This is Rock Leach with Social Fire, and I want to talk about something that has come up that I need to explain. I've got to give an explanation, and I actually owe an explanation. I'm not going to do an introduction, the intro video and all those things there. I just want to get straight into what needs to be talked about. A little over a week ago, there was a great event, the Righteous Reformation. And I want to talk about one particular thing that happened that I must address, and I must keep my pathway clear for my feet. This was an event where several podcasters came together, and it was an absolute move of God. Now, since that event, I've saw several videos that came out that are in regards to the event. Several podcasters have put out videos. And I noticed that the community is asking questions about certain things in those videos. And this is what I've got to address, because I don't want to leave room for the enemy to make the narrative one way when I could just say what actually happened. And so looking at a good friend who I met that day, another podcaster, John T., he brought up that there were some questions in the video that was put out from the dinners. Now, there were a few dinners that happened at this event that were for the podcasters only. When they did those videos, they put them out, and Pastor Ray Curry was in those videos. Now, Pastor John T., who, once again, I want to let you know, is a friend, a brother who I respect greatly, explained where Pastor Ray Curry was, and he gave an explanation where I could have been. And I appreciate him for the level of love and grace that he extended, because he didn't 100% know. And we all knew where Ray Curry was. And I don't want the enemy to make this into something that it shouldn't be. I want to keep it on what it's supposed to be. I want to say with my whole heart that I love each and every one of these podcasters and what it represents for all of us to come together to do what God used us to do. I chose actually not to attend the dinners on purpose. It was not an accident. I chose not to attend those dinners during the Righteous Reformation gathering, not out of distance or disconnect, but out of a deep reverence for what God is doing through this movement. As someone who often speaks boldly against corruption in leadership, I carry a unique weight and scrutiny. I didn't want my presence or the attention that sometimes comes with it to become a distraction or unintended burden for the other influencers walking their own assignment. This makes me think about Romans 14 and 19. Let us therefore make every effort to do what leads to peace and to mutual edification. Sometimes love looks like stepping back, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Now, I want you to understand that I'm praying for every leader, creator, reformer who gathered. I'm with you, and I'm still in the fight. There are so many things that went on, and I know that many times there can be, and my wife leads our team, and we just made the decision to not inadvertently, because we knew of some things. One, let me state this. I am from Texas. Two, I've preached very strong when I pastored in the Metroplex area. Three, I can list of about 30 pastors within the Texas state that Social Fire have come after about whether it was celebrity pastoring, whether it was about being in error theologically, or whatever it was, something that they did incorrect and are abusing people and many, predators or whatever they are. And we've done that. And so we were aware of several things that I did not want my friends to have to deal with, or for the attention to be brought on myself in an event by the enemy using this dislike, this high dislike for Rock Leach and Social Fire. So we decided to quietly bow out, not do the dinners, but we knew at the event, not only was there security at the event, but we had our own personal security. There is a reason why Dr. Phil Yarbrough and I sat at the same table, and that our table was filled with people from Social Fire. those are the ones that you saw. We also had people in the audience who were aware as well, because I didn't want threats that we knew about towards what we were doing to become something that everybody had to deal with. And so there was constant communication from my team going on to make sure that that was not the case. And so I just want to explain that, because our whole point was for this to be all about God and not about us. And we wanted to make sure that it was all about God and not about us, because I felt God for us to attend. I wanted to attend. I thank God for Everett from Ohio for Freedom. I thank God for the anointed Valerie Hartwell. Thank God for the dynamic Jeanette Hawkins. Thank God for my brother, my very bold brother, Pastor Ray Curry Jr. Thank God for my big brother, Dr. Phil Yarbrough, and his insightfulness. I thank God for the very prophetic, my sister now, Vanessa Johnson and her family. Thank God for the authentic Lynn Deramise. Forgive me if I said that incorrect. I thank God for the grace-filled Elizabeth Davis, my little sister there. I thank God for the fire-carrying Valentina Henson, for the faithful Catherine Leach. Yes, Leach. Thank God for the spirit-led Londa Parker, for the impactful and very wise James White, and even the band, the very anointed Van Eli and the band. Thank God for the very radiant Leslie who was there, who was helping and assisting Laura Lynn. And I thank God for my sister, who I love dearly, the very unapologetically and uncompromising Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson. Now, the Righteous Reformation, I want to give you what God has given me about what this is and what it is not. And this is just from Social Fire. The Righteous Reformation, it's bigger than Daystar. For all of y'all that want to make this out to be some level of Daystar, it's bigger than that. It always has been. This movement was never about a single network, a scandal, or even a family feud. It's about a divine course correction in the body of Christ. Daystar may be the lightning rod, but the thunder is what God is stirring across the church. See, this is not about revenge. It's about repentance. It's not about council culture. It's about kingdom culture. It's not about gossip. It's about godly grief that leads to cleansing, according to 2 Corinthians 7 and 10. We're not just exposing darkness in high places. We're shining a light so people of God can see the difference between charisma and character, between platform and purity. This Reformation isn't aiming to destroy, it's calling the church to rebuild. The Bible lets us know in 1 Peter 4 and 17, that judgment will begin in the house of God. And if we ignore that call, we forfeit the authority to speak truth to the world. So let me say this plainly. Daystar may be the headline, but Reformation is the real story. God is raising up prophets, pastors, podcasters, and people who refuse to bow to golden calves and pulpits. This is not about one platform falling. It's about the church standing tall again. Once again, this is Rock Leach, and I wanted to make sure that I got on here. This wasn't even part of our videos that we have lined up to be put out, but I wanted to take time to share with you my heart. At Social Fire, our goal is to edify God. Our mission is to have the conversation at the intersection of faith and culture, where faith and culture come together, and the conversations that come out of that. I want to see people saved. I don't debate a lot of things that are non-salvation based things, such as women preachers. Y'all don't hear me talk about that a lot, such as communion, such as baptism and who's doing it, a lot of doctrinal things of that nature. However, Bible is Bible. Now, I say that because I'm all about this digital discipleship. I want people to become disciples of Jesus Christ. I want people to be changed by the blood of the Lamb. I want them to understand and go after the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now, I'm very big on salvation-centric things, and I'm very big on making sure that people understand and see my integrity. Now, with that said, I don't address everything. I don't talk about everything. Some things y'all will say in the comments, you just say what it is, and some people on other channels, because I've had people on other channels Come after me. No problem. I get it. It's the same thing I do. So I don't have any, no harm, no foul, whatever. I ignore it. We move on. Unless it's something that I really need to address. Now, I appreciate Pastor John T. He is my friend, and I do not want a narrative that would suggest that I have a problem with this, my brother. I love his content. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, what you doing with your life? Go over there and subscribe to that man channel. He sit right there, and his sense of humor, his sense of heart, and how he brings his content out is second to none. And he's got 1 million countdown to getting to 1 million. And I love it. I love it. If you're not subscribed, go over there and subscribe to his channel. But saying this to the Righteous Reformation, those who are all a part of it, I love you. I've gained friends. I've had several of you reach out in the emails, and our team and I, we just love, we're still talking about the event. I've met authors, and you're going to see more of those authors, different authors that we're putting out here. That we met there, people who've been victimized, that this is stopping. We're exposing different things, going to share their stories so that we can prevent these things, having those hard conversations. We're going to do more of those things. And so I'm very grateful to be a part of this Righteous Reformation. But it's not just about Daystar, and it's not just about us. God is raising a standard of people who will allow change to happen and who will not bow to a golden calf. Once again, this is Rock Leach. I love you all, and I love what God is doing through the Righteous Reformation. You all be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Social fire, we don't play. Rock Leach bringing heat all day. Truth cut deep like a sword when he speak. Bold with the word every time he preach. Say it again. Social fire, we don't play. Rock Leach bringing heat all day. Faith on fire, no mask, no leash. Fire in his voice, yeah, rock.
He the voice for the ones that the church forgot. He brings truth to the light, whether liked or not. Ain't chasing clout, he chasing souls. Dropping bars from the book, breaking man-made rules.
Social fire, we don't play.